My name's John Sands. I started playing with Aimee. I play drums. I've been playing with Aimee since February, I think, '93.
Paul, I think like 1999. So I play bass and sing a little bit, play guitar.
Julian, I play guitar, and I joined February of, God, what is this, 2004? So it's 2003 or 2002, I can't remember.
I'm Jevin, play keyboards, and I've been playing with Aimee for probably, I don't know, like 4 years.
I think touring for me is a lot easier than it used to be. And it's probably a three-pronged approach where, first of all, it's kind of knowing my limitations, which for me kind of translates into anything more than 3 weeks. I know I'm going to get kind of punch drunk and exhausted and start to wig out. So for any one leg of the tour, 3 weeks is kind of the limit.
I think she likes it more than she admits.
We usually tend to go out for about 3 weeks, and at the maximum. And for me, it's like 3 weeks you're kind of starting to get your groove on. Maybe just maybe an extra week or two. Just, kind of
more touring.
And the other thing is just having people around you that you trust and you like to be around because you're in such close quarters with people. Riding in a bus with like 10 other people, it's sort of like massive bunk beds in one very small cabin. So you have to kind of choose wisely, and they're the musicians in the band are really close friends of mine. So it's something I look forward to because I get to see them every day, and that's a real treat for me.
The people that you have around you, I think, make a big difference. I mean, I think that and it's a kind of a long process too. Is finding the right crew and finding the right band and finding the right people around you that you want to feel comfortable with. Being with 24 hours a day for an extended period of time. Right. So I think that definitely helps.
How is she on the road? It's like, well, it's not her favorite thing, but she tolerates it as best I think as she knows she has to come out and do this. I think she'd be happy I really think she'd be happy just like releasing records and staying home. But the reality is that she tours, and I think she has gotten a lot better over the years about that.
I love playing with the guys because they're just so funny. To sort of catch their eye, and Paul will play some ridiculous bass riff and give me a look. It's just that is really fun, and it's fun to feel like you're connecting with people, and it's fun to have this shared experience that everybody in the room is kind of having a good time and in the same sort of way. That's a lot of fun. The part of standing in front of people and having them applaud you, I think it's always like I always feel like a little awkward about that, but how could it not be fun to be applauded? I don't know who my fans are. Mostly you can't really see people in the audience sort of specifically, but the times I can, there's young girls, there's older women, there's older guys. There's actually like a significant amount of probably guys, like 40 and 30s, 40s, like not super young. But there's young guys too. I can't. It's like the other night somebody came backstage. It was like a contest winner. This really young, hip-looking guy, and you're like, how does it just doesn't seem like I would necessarily appeal to I don't know.
All across the board, you got like teenagers and 30-somethings, and then you have these baby boomers. It's very interesting, and you can never predict what our audience is going to be like, except to say it's always going to be this hodgepodge of different ages and backgrounds and stuff. Yeah.
Especially since Magnolia.
Yeah.
After Magnolia, just opened it up to another whole generation. Right. Again, people that discovering her for the first time.
I think that the success of the Magnolia soundtrack exposed me to a larger audience, some of whom liked my stuff enough to kind of seek it out, even though, as an independent label, we don't really have sort of money to kind of really spread the word in a way that people can't, like most top 40 acts. I mean, you can hardly avoid hearing about the new record that's coming out, but with us it's more difficult. We don't really have those resources, but I think it's sort of garnered maybe like just a larger audience of more dedicated fans.